This is the BenQ GP500 4K HDR projector, and it features a lot. This thing is jam-packed, especially for the price point. First thing in the box here, very well packaged. You're going to get included in here the streaming device. This is going to have Android built right into it, Android TV 10. It is Google certified. It does not natively support Netflix, but you will be able to get that through an Apple TV device or other broadcasted methods like Chromecast screencasting. It does include the batteries for the remote, and the remote I was actually quite impressed with. Nice hefty feel to it, very well built. But the main event here is this GP500 projector with 360-degree sound field, which means that it has 4 speakers in it. Yes, it has quad directional 5-watt speakers in it, so you get full immersive sound. It is 4K HDR, 8.3 million pixels at 1500 ANSI lumens. It does support HDR 10 and HLG. It even supports 3D movies, has adjustable feet, and can even be ceiling mounted with the optional ceiling mount. It has long-lasting color accuracy and consistency. This is the HDMI 4K streaming device that is included in the box that actually gets installed inside of the BenQ GP500 projector, so you don't have to use up one of the 2 HDMI ports on the back. So you simply take off the 2 little screws, and there is a spot right here where you can stick the dongle into the HDMI port inside of the projector and then plug the power in on the side, replace the cover back onto the projector, and you are in business. You do need to do this before you can really access a lot of the additional settings and features inside of the projector, so I just recommend doing that first. And then I got to putting this projector screen. We're actually up in Park City right now on our normal summer holiday, but I brought this with because it's going to be fun for the family to watch movies up here. So I got this projection screen on Amazon. I'll link it down in the description below. It was super easy to put together. It's 100 inches diagonal, and it really did complement the GP500 BenQ projector with the HDR clarity. I was quite impressed for just a fabric washable screen. This thing was easy to assemble, and it really did a great job. I'm 6'7", and yes, it is that big. It's a great screen, but more about the projector itself. You've got the power button, volume button, and Bluetooth button on the top there. This thing was super bright and even has auto focusing and auto Keystone correction. When you first power it on, you're going to be prompted to sync the remote, which is it did exactly like it was supposed to there. Just hold that down 5 seconds, and we were in business, got to selecting the language, and went through a variety of additional setup steps like connecting to the internet, setting up your Google account because it is Android TV 10, so it supports all those Google apps, and then it needed an update, which is fine. I love the fact that they push out updates for these devices. So I got the projector all updated, and here you can see the Android TV 10 interface and the update process that it went through. It does support AirPlay and Chromecast, so iPhones or Google devices, you can stream directly from your devices. Of course, it has built-in Wi-Fi, so you're able to connect to your Wi-Fi hotspot or network and get all of the streaming at the highest possible speed. And of course, you know I have to do the first test as YouTube, of course. So I opened up the YouTube app directly natively on the projector through the installed streaming dongle, and then when YouTube was opened, I started playing a variety of clips that were in 4K, and I was quite frankly blown away by this thing. It is small, but it is mighty. The quality is amazing. Now, if you're standing like inches away from it, you can barely see the pixels, but you get 4 or 5 feet away from this screen, and it is mind-blowing. It is just as sharp and as clear as some of my 8K TVs that I have in my house. I had a feeling this thing was going to make for an epic movie night out on the back porch, so I decided to set it up on the back porch and test it out for myself. But first, the sponsor of this video is DroneQuote, and they provide amazing service of sending out drones to your property so that you can get very good quotes for a roof repair like this building. Oh my gosh, that needs a roof so bad, and so much more. or solar panel installation for your property. You do not want pesky salespeople coming to your door and bothering you at different hours.
You probably know why I'm here. I'm Vivian.
I do not know why you're...
Just contact Drone Quote for the best quote. You simply visit their website and provide some basic information about your property. Then their licensed drone pilots will come to your location to assess your property from every angle without ever bothering you. Once they have the data, then they will connect you with up to 3 quotes from different contractors. You'll have the power to compare prices, reviews, and services all at your fingertips. No pishy sales tactics or high-pressure negotiations. So whether you're in it for a new roof or solar panels, trust Drone Quote to simplify the process, save you time and money, and provide you with the best service available. Just visit dronequote.com today and take the first step towards transforming your property with confidence. I've met the owner myself, and this guy is the real deal. Definitely Manshed approved. So I set it up out on the patio, and once it got dark, I got everything rolling, just running a couple of demo movies like Perfect Pitch, Miss you, Iron Man. Even though there was light coming from the porch of my neighbor back here and even some deck lighting, I was impressed with the brightness and clarity of this 4K HDR projector. It really does compare to the other projectors in this price point, and even some higher like the Nebula 4K Cosmos laser projector that I reviewed earlier this year. I was like, wow, this thing is competing with a laser projector. Look at that. I mean, there might be a little bit of saturation difference, but when you're up close, it is hard to distinguish between the two projectors when it comes down to clarity, color accuracy, and brightness. Very impressed. Great job, BenQ. I love the Nebula. It's been one of my all-time favorite portable projectors. Even has the built-in dongle just like BenQ did, but the form factor, the built-in features on this BenQ, I'm teetering right now, man. I'm really torn because this thing, especially with that 360-degree sound field audio built right in, built-in Chromecast, wireless projection from multiple devices, Bluetooth speaker syncing, and the hassle-free installation of the 1.3 optical zoom, the auto 2D Keystone, and the screen fit and obstacle avoidance features. This thing just really has it all. And because it has Android TV 10, you can access just about any app you want to, download it, install it on there, and it be your full-blown streaming device. Now, the bar you're seeing through there is actually the projector screen. That's how bright this thing is, and it's bouncing off that back wall, creating a little bit of a shadow, but that's more the projector screen and not a big deal. Lots of setting and menu items in there with the obstacle avoidance, the auto focusing, which worked perfectly every single time because it uses a little camera on the front to actually dial in the focus precisely. This is Apple TV plugged into it. That was Extraction 2, great movie, and it worked just as expected. Looks great on it. So you really have plenty of viewing options when it comes to plugging into this. You've got 2 HDMI ports on the back. You got that auto focusing right here, which you can actually invoke with one press of a button on the remote anytime you want to, and it will recalibrate the focus just with the press of a button, even mid-stream of watching a movie or a show on Apple TV or any device. plugged into it. You do have 2 HDMI ports on the back, not including the internal one that you plug the BenQ dongle into. Highly recommend the BenQ GP500. It is a great projector for the money. Links in the description of this video with the absolute best price on this GP500. I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already, smashing the like button, and leave me a comment below. Do you think this is better than the Nebula Cosmos 4K?